Greetings. Yeah, 10 is telling. You know, do give thanks and praises. Yeah, indeed. The Master Gun, your Master Gun. You know, the Most High Jah is worthy of all praises. Il my holy high, O eternal Father, and eternal divine celestial Mother of iration, let thine Isis run through, fly through, swim through. Yeah, swim through, because we are in a cosmic storm, and so therefore, and our eyes is just paramount their way like a pelican, into the Cadusa, and running through the blessed and holy, royal, sanctified, glorious, and blessed royal trinities, two in one. We do give thanks. Let them settle there. Let them fill up the bowl. Over in our Isis. Oh, Jahes. Rastafari. Sila. Selassie, man. Raman, Tina. Yeah, man. Yeah, we do give thanks, for this Sabbath day, Give thanks, that you are here. Give thanks that you are here, this moment, this precious moment, life is the greatest and the most precious. So give thanks to the Most High, mighty life giver, highly high, holy evaluate high, Jah Rastafari. Yes, give thanks, you know. Um, you know, we, and judgment. So, it's a Sabbath day. We do give thanks. It's been a while. I don't really give you Sabbath services. You need to learn how to keep your Sabbath services. I've done many Sabbath services on this medium here. You know what I'm saying? But Rastafari live, you go through the pictures on the fake book, F book, Farai book, because that's what I did. I revolutionized it. Yeah, you don't see no one doing what I do with the F book. Yeah? So you got fake book over there and you got Farai book over here. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. But if you go through, the royal gallery of pictures, you know what I'm saying? You got some sodomites and heathens and pagans up in there, but still, we're just showing you who they are, you know what I mean? But you go through the royal gallery, you're going to see pictures of I and myself, you know what I mean? Head covering, you know what I mean? Face veiled, and even my grandpa, King Emmanuel, and you go through those pictures and you'll see, Sabbath service observances. So we do give thanks, Elia, the Most High Jah, Rastafari. Jamaica, you need to turn to Rastafari, Nayaki Pong. Yes? Because Nayaki Pong means Supreme God. Then, and the chosen people there, the Saboni Pikibu people over there, are the predecessors of the Rastafari families. See? So we do give thanks. You need to turn to Rastafari Nayaki Pong Zitigo, Isos Christos, Yahushua Hamashek. Before it is too late. Yes, people, yes, it is true. Untrue Holness. Yeah? Pudgy nose, boy. Took out an insurance policy that just cleared for $150 million. Okay? But you have to ask yourself, why didn't he do that for Hurricane Andrew? Shit. I mean, idiot. It's called Hurricane Andrew. You know what I'm saying? How come he didn't do that for the other storms and hurricanes that have passed through Jamaica during his office? Not his reign. He's not a king. What happened? How come he never insured Jamaica then? How about the earthquake that rocked Jamaica 2 years ago? Jamaica's been getting rocked and flooded and thing. Same. Good. So, it would only make sense that he just recently realized that he can get an insurance policy out on Jamaica. Because he could have make a whole lot more money, right? Right, that means I'm an idiot, right? Right, because Jamaica has been getting storms and floods and all kind of thing and earthquakes and enough things, right? Okay. Who is this insurance policy with? Is it with the IMF? I mean, I would assume that it's with the IMF. Okay, either way, he took out an insurance policy on Jamaica. Okay, do you know that within the past year you've had many, many false blood clot prophets getting dreams from demons talking about all kind of judgment coming for Jamaica? Okay, take that into account. Take into account that these people are into witchcraft and stuff. Right, that means somebody came to them and told them it's coming, something big, big, big is coming for Jamaica. Alright, and the man went and took out an insurance policy. It's really as simple as that. See? And Jamaica has their own relief fund aid thing, so them not really take certain aid from international players, such as Canada, UK, US. See, usually they don't really take money from them. They'll take supplies and whatever manpower them can send, like the US just sent some choppers that should already have been in Jamaica because this idiot should have been preparing for that. See, but he's not prepared for that. What he's preparing for is a bigger judgment to run left for now and collect all this money. I told you, it's all a joke, it's all a scam. They want you to think that something so amazing is coming, like AI, all this smart cities and digital and everything, you know what I'm saying, and metaverse and all this madness, you know what I'm saying, and people really believe it and feel like, so, well, that would be better than living in this world. You see what I'm saying? When all that's coming is, well, it's all a bomb clock great deception, remember? Exactly. So you stay there with your harp and your CERN. Yes, they do exist, but no. You know, some people that talk about, enough people, me or several people talking about there was no lightning flashes during the storm. Yeah, there actually was, but the storm was so damn big that you couldn't see them. See, it was a huge storm, man. Okay, now I'm saying if people are going to talk about cloud seeding theory, okay, why don't the US just use that and wipe out Venezuela? Why don't Russia just use that, wipe out Ukraine, or US use that, wipe out Russia, or whichever country they're warring with? Why don't they just use their damn machine and just wipe them out? We've been down this road before. Okay, so no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. So either way, even if you don't want to talk about some rascal machine, do that. Jah abandon the people them over there. You see how much churches are demolished? Okay, your Jesus abandon all you people over there. You see all the mosques them? You see them have all synagogue over there, so big house and structure, mansion and kind of thing. Police station, hospital, school, gone. See? So your God abandon over there, so even if you want to talk about how them do it, okay, so where was your God? You see, you're not blind. Me post my sister Kalandri, you make another move or a loose talk, you're dead. I hear them. They've been chatting. We're going to see if you can match it. See? What story them going to make up? Send me at the criminal, real bad somebody. Move yourself, little laddie. You make another move or a loose talk, you're dead. Uno serious? Me tell you, no judgment and come for one of my posts. Jamaica is the friendliest and warmest people in the earth. That means, what I say, it's time for the world to give back because Jamaica is going to need more help than ever. Glitch, you're going to need more help than ever to rebuild the place. Okay, so Jah is talking to you and telling you judgment's coming. Alright, I tell you, somebody will get buzzed out of this too. I want to just wait and see. So I don't know if Jah have the powers over them. This is why I did that. See, there were even memories. Because Jah don't live in the confines of your time. See, so pay attention, pay close, bomb-clot attention. See? So stop talking about how a machine blood clot do it, because even if you say a machine do it, your God run left you. So I will not talk about Jesus and seek Jesus and pray and fast and back a rascal madness. Isn't that what you were doing before? And even still, if this is what God had tell you to do this, well, shouldn't you have been doing this before? Why your God run left the people and mash up all the church, them and the hospital and school and kind of sitting over there so? And body are piled up. Whole heap of body are piled up right now. What do you want to talk about? We don't see someone curse. All right, good. Well, the rest got judgment. Remember teaching or something. Remember teaching or something. See, like I told you. See, I'm going to try to sum this up, eh, as best as I can. Yeah, because you see, I'm a very, very efficient talker, very intelligible. Yeah, but yet still, I don't like talking. I actually hate it. If you really want to know, let me tell you this. I told you there was a time when man wasn't even allowed to speak. You were not able to ask God speak. It was your thought. That control everything. Not speech. You are taught how to speak. How to speak. See? By some wicked entities. See? And that's why I just say keep your tongue kept with a bit and a bridle like a rasclad mule. So that Jah can lead you. Because if you want to learn, you have to be quiet and listen and learn truths. See? And these are the things you should be speaking. More than anything. To live. Yeah? Right now, this is not life. Mankind, this is what's going on in the world right now. You're not living. You know? That's not alright. Me teach you that Gilgamesh, who is Nimrod, who conquered the entire world, see, and populated the entire world, while there were still people some places, you know. But I mean, actually there wasn't because there was a big flood. So the world was repopulated with the descendants of Noah. Okay? They just populated the damn earth all over again. See? Good. And then these people were put into bondage. The Egyptians, some African Arabs invaded and infiltrated Egypt. Their dynasty, the 18th dynasty fell. Alright, enough things did go on. Our people were in bondage over there. See, Moses took them out of bondage. Moses is Amenhotep the third, while Akhenaten is Amenhotep the fourth, the fifth. Akhenaten the first, they call him Akhenaten the first because he was the first Akhenaten. He is Amenhotep the fifth, while Amenhotep the fourth is actually Moses. No, he's the third. Then Amenhotep the fourth is actually Akhenaten. Yeah. All right, and the Hyksos are originally the Israelites by a new name because the name Israel was cursed. See? Good. People went into bondage. They were shipped across the seas, sold to the Grecians. See? Good. This is what the Bible tells you in Isaiah chapter 43 that, send my sons and my daughters from afar, right? Hold not back. I will say to the north, the south, the east, the west, give up my children. Yes, give them up. That they will be sent on ships to Tarshish. See? And enough more things. So, what I'm saying is that my people have been in bondage for about 4,000 years now. See? And we never returned to our homeland after that. Okay? We were in bondage prior to that, but we always returned to our homeland. There was always an exodus. We never returned to our capital, which our homeland, we are talking about the islands, Ethiopia, Aksum. So we've been in bondage ever since. And what happened is that there were empires that fell and others that rose, and they just transferred power over to them, which means you people, my people, became the slaves of several kingdoms outside of the continent of Africa. See? So you have the Roman, it started with them, really. And we became citizens of the Roman Empire in bondage, but them fear we, so them let we serve our God and thing, but then the Sanhedrin, which is the leadership of our people, they're always sellouts. See? So we have it hard. Then build up a system, set up a system. And then Rome set up the Vatican, which Vatican was and is one of the names of Nut, fallen mother Nut, Lucy, for her, Satan, Ishtar, Ashtartati, Tiananat, Tiamat, Colombia. So many names, Madonna. And now she is Allah, because Allah's first name is Hilal, which means Lucifer in Hebrew, and crescent moon, the moon cakes, exactly. And she's also Mary. Now, Madonna, the Virgin Mother, all these lies and illusions, right? And she's also Yahweh, good, and Yahweh has a son, and his name is the Golem, which represents the devil, and Mary has a son, Jesus, who represents the devil. Rome did that. And Allah, Ilal, have a son, whose name is Hubal, the fallen stone. That's right, the fallen stone. See? And the root of the word Lucifer is lux, 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 lux. It's spelled L-U-X, but it's pronounced lux. And some would say L-U-C, doesn't matter. Before that X became a C, okay? It was an X, you see what I'm saying? Good, Lucifer, okay? Which I already taught you, etymology, illusion, looks, looks like your parents, right? Everyone's obsessed with their parents, you know what I'm saying? That's right, which the word looks in Latin means air. It means air, our breath, our breathe. It's the same thing with the word spirit. It wasn't always called that. In Hebrew it's called Chokdam, okay? Ruach Chokdam, Holy Spirit, okay? And then the Holy Spirit. Greece did that, which Greece is just New Rome. So it's the Romans that did that, okay? So, when you really break it down, right, they know what they were doing. Because you can't come and tell me, say, ear and light and looks and Lucifer and spirit, which in Latin, spirit, esprit, it just means air or breathe, same way. See? So it's the God of the air, the fallen God, Lucifer, the light bearer, Colombia with the torch, it's all the same crap. This is me I try to show you good, which she represents the dragon in the book of Revelation. Who is the beast? Well, you have the wild beast. Who is the son of perdition? Who is the Antichrist, the devil? The stinky bomb. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's Obama today. Huh? Barry. Sotoro. You feel me? Okay. So, you have to know what's going on. Lulu. Like Lululemon. Lulu, they say you're crazy. The Lu is your no. It's the Lu is in many words that are, rooted in looks. Lucifer. Exactly. Illuminate. That's right. The light bearer. It could go on, huh? I mean, yes, we can go on. Luminescent, whatever. My point is that my people were in bondage all these times under these different rulerships, slave rulerships, but they couldn't really enslave them the way, let's say, they were enslaved down south. You understand? Something changed because they wasn't doing that to the people before that. So what we're saying is that even in the Bible it tells you about, oh God, it's long and hard job, but it's the Sabbath, so I might as well go through it and give you a recap and a refill and a refresher. that Judas Maccabeus is actually Josephus Flavius, who is the Emmanuel spoken about in the book of Isaiah, chapter 8. It speaks about the son of the virgin daughter, and his name will be Emmanuel. He was given many different names, including Hannibal Barca and Akbar the Great. Same feats, same storyline. Okay? Okay, that's what Rome did. They divided them to confuse the world. Good. Judas Maccabeus crossed the Appalachians and defeated Rome. So did Hannibal Barca and Akbar the Great. Josephus Flavius was the leader and general of the Lord's army. Good. So he must have fought wars. Why they call him that? Rome says he was just a historian, a Jewish Roman historian. No, you lie. So Judas Maccabeus ended up crushing Rome, returning to, they call his land, what is the name they give his name? His land again. It's been so long, but there is the name of the land is not coming to me yet. But the land, they say they don't know where it really is. Carthage or Cartagena. They're not sure exactly where it is. Okay, but somewhere in South Africa. Okay, whatever. They left. The kingdom over there fell, but the empire did not fall because it was still running things somewhere else. Where? Well, we have Ethiopia that was never conquered. So even though the Aksumite kingdom fell, the empire is still standing. So they still have the throne of David and everything over there. Good. And we also have the Nephites, who are the descendants of Ephraim, who is the son of Joseph, who escaped the Babylonian captivity in the days of Baruch. Remember, Baruch prayed unto God. He was there during the Babylonian captivity in our Jerusalem. And he prayed to God. He said, oh my God, I witnessed all these things. It would have been better if I wasn't born. Saying, and yes, Baruch is Messiah of this day. And just that I'm going to rescue you because of your faith in me and Jeremiah, the prophet. Yes, my sister, that day. My Abraham, my Moses, my Elijah, my Idi Amin Dada, my prophet Gad, my Archibald Dunkley, my Peter Tosh, my Marcus Garvey, my John the Baptist. Indeed, we hail him, mighty and thunderable. But Jah sent his chariot to rescue Baruch during the Babylonian captivity. This is why the books of Baruch, some of them are not in the Bible. Baruch wrote about 4 or 5 books, and there are only 2 in the Bible. There's one, as a matter of fact, in the King James Version, if I'm not mistaken. You let me grab mine right now. I do not have mine before me. Which one should I grab? Should I grab the Douay Rheims version, which is the first and oldest English translation of the Bible, translated in 1452 by a Roman weekly society, translated from the Latin Vulgate and the Hebrew Pentateuch or Tanakh? Or should I grab the King James version that was translated from the Latin? Matter of fact, it was translated from another translation, which is known as the Septuagint, the Greek translation. So first it was the Ge'ez version, Amharic, Ethiopia, Ge'ez before Amharic. Okay, and then we have Hebrew, right? And then we have, the Hebrew Tanakh, right? Pentateuch, right? And then we have the Latin Vulgate that came. Exactly. Rome predates Greece, but Greece is just New Rome. It's the same people. So then we have the Latin Vulgate that produced the Septuagint. And then out of the Septuagint came the King James Version, right? But the first English translation of the Bible came from the Latin Vulgate and the Hebrew Pentateuch, which I have in my person right now. Yes. I have the real one. It's a very, very old book, the one that I have. The ones that most people can get today, they are corrupted. More than that one was, even. Very good. What I was saying, what was I saying? Was talking about Baruch and the children of Israel during the Babylonian captivity and so much things. My point is, people, right, that the Josephites or the Ephraimites left Babylon. They left this land, okay? Which we know the original Babylon is in Ethiopia because we know that Cush had a son whose name is Nimrod, who is really Ethiopis, aka Gilgamesh, and his father is the son of Ham, who is the son of Noah. So we know it's Africa over there. We know it, and we know it's Ethiopia over there. That's right. But Ham and Shem, they were all brothers, and Japheth, they were all brothers. But Ham and Shem shared the same borders. That means they're people mixed, which I mean they're all brothers. And of course, Japheth mixed with them too. They're all brothers. Very good. But the line of Christ descended from the line of Shem, strictly, even though Shem mixed mainly with Ham. Shem decided I must keep my line pure still, even though me and Ham mix, we keep it pure. This is where David and Haile Selassie and us, the Nayakipong people of Jamaica, come from, and the Maroon people throughout the world. We come from this line there. While there are many different lines that came. Good. My point and the crux of the matter is that my people left Babylon and ended up in the Americas and were in the Americas, and they built up kingdoms in the Americas. If you read the third book of Nephi, chapter 29, you read it completely, it tells you that the people of Nephi, who became known as the Josephites, the Jacobites, and the Zoramites, were rivaled by the Lamanites and the Lemuelites, who hated them. Okay, this was another clan of people, okay, that did wicked things. I wanted to destroy them. And how they built churches throughout the land for a span of 300 and about 30 years. They built church because Christ came to them. Yes, Jack came to them and blessed them and gave them the Sermon of the Mount over there and told them that this is also the land of your inheritance, meaning this is all a part of the Aksumite Empire that broke away. And he told them that you will be restored to your land, or your land will be reinstated to you, meaning that the land where you are in right now is a part of the Holy Land. And so he blessed them. Good. But it tells you in chapter 29, third book of Nephi, between the years are 30, hold on. Okay, between 35 AD and 326 AD, they built a bunch of churches in the land, the Nephites and their offspring. But then the Lamanites and Lemuelites, those people built churches too, okay, and counterfeited the true doctrine and tradition of Christ. And they became greater and exceedingly rich. They bowed for vanity and, sell out for riches and things. Exactly. And then they crushed out the Nephites. That's right. Okay. They built all kind of things over there. See? Good. In the Americas we're talking about. See? So this would make sense why your Francisco Cortez went over there and destroyed everything over there. He destroyed the entire civilization over there. For 10 years he was there just destroying. And then captured Mexico City. And then Pizarro and these guys, same thing, they go over there and kill off and destroy. Okay? So here my people are scattered out throughout the world. Because at this point now, well, my people have to run for safety. We're in the Americas, so where are we going to run? Well, obviously, we ran to the islands. Those who escaped ran to the islands. Now, there are people already in the islands, so they're just rejoining people who are already there in the islands, because remember the islands are part of the Aksumite Empire, so basically they're just running to their own land. their own people in another land. Okay, good. Now our people are still scattered abroad, This is the kingdom that we're preserving, But our empire is falling and our people are in bondage all over the place, even in Europe, the Roman Empire. Okay? So here we have Roman Empire, and then they say the Grecian Empire, but it's the same damn Roman Empire, man. It's just, remember, they had two emperors at the same time. Just like the USA had two presidents at the same time, Abraham Lincoln and Jefferson Davis. Which we know Abraham Lincoln is really Robert Lincoln Poston, President, Right Honorable, Most Right Honorable, brother of Frederick Douglass Ulysses Grant, and Thomas Jefferson. And their father, Ephraim Poston, and mother, Molly Cox, COX. Don't get it twisted. See, look into that. That's right. So it was a black union that was set up in the USA because our people were escaping persecution under Oliver Cromwell in Britain. The Stuart family, the royal Stuart family, which they usurped over there, and they were killing many people over there in Britain, all over. And then some of them got away. Those who got away are the foundation. These are the archangels in human form here on earth. I should say in flesh, because they are humans, divine humans, but they come now as demi gods and humans. And they ran and escaped and landed on Plymouth in the Mayflower. Correct? That's right. So now we're building up a new kingdom, but we don't have an empire. And then, well, Oliver Cromwell and, Aco, they followed them over there. That's right. This is why the first capital of the USA was in Philadelphia. That sits atop 7 hills, apparently. That's right. And then here comes, well, Cromwell and the gang. That's right. And then the people migrated and resettled, relocated to Washington, D.C. Okay? We're talking about George Washington. We're talking about the founding fathers. Ulysses Grant, I believe, is one of them. Benjamin Franklin, Hamilton, Morris. There was quite a few of them. Now, they settled in the USA and started to build up. They didn't enslave nobody, because guess what? These are their own people who are over here too, These are Ethiopians from the time of Nimrod, Gilgamesh, and other peoples who are there, even the Egyptians, followed our people into bondage, So the Roman Empire, even them now, they controlled a lot, and so they had our people in bondage. Okay, but we're talking about the Assyrians that sold our people to the Grecians. And the Assyrians, these are the Edomites. Okay? These are the Edomites who sold out their brother. And then the Edomites, the judgment came for them during the Babylonian captivity, but they were still around, and then they dissolved into other nations. They're no more. The Edomites, they just mixed into other people, including barbarians. So just imagine how much them hate we, Good. And yet still, the barbarians, them, they're the seed of the fallen who hate I and I, because I and I are the seed of those who didn't fall. I and I was sent down into earth to redeem mankind. All the seed of the righteous are saviors and angels in flesh. 144,000 and up to about 6 million people upon earth are all angels. And a few more, which this is the Ennead. And then we have our elders, 24 elders. See? Who are the highest? And then we have our disciples, who are the highest. These are different ranks of the Most High upon earth, governing earth. See? My superiors are here. So here we have the Roman Empire that transfers to the Grecian Empire, and then the Grecian Empire to the, well, it's funny, because they make it seem like as if Greece predates Rome, but no, Rome predates Greece. Greece is just new Rome. Okay, so then how we transfer from Rome to Greece to Greece is just trying to, Rome is just trying to save face here. This is what it is, okay? It's the Roman Empire, same way that New Rome that have our people in bondage. And then that transfer over to the Germanic Empire. And then that transfer over to the British Empire. Okay, my people never returned home from when they were taken off the shores of Africa. See, and the only reason why people got to West Africa is because of war and incursion and all kind of things. See, remember the Barbarabs or barbarians, they conquered, you know, through subversive tactics and, means, you know, west, north, and even south, and most of East Africa. They just couldn't get to Ethiopia. Good. Now you have the Anglo-Saxons that come for them now, and the Anglo-Saxons plundered them, see, and then meshed with them too, like Saudi Arabia. It's Brits and Arabs. Well, not even Arabs, they just call themselves Arabs because they stole someone else's identity. They're just barbarians over there. They're not the real Arabs. That's what Saudi Arabia is, founded in 1912 by Lawrence the Arabian. They even made Lawrence of Arabia. They even made a movie about it, wrote books about it. He was a CIA agent, not CIA, before CIA, MI6, and a military officer, and all kind of things. That's how Saudi Arabia is what it is today, which that's Trump's bloodline through Mussolini, who went and had, whatever, went and breed up some girls over there and thing and has kids. And Donald Trump is one of them. Son. Donald Trump's dad is Mussolini's kid through some rascal Saudi Arabian girl that he breed up. So Trump has blood ties to the Saudis. Like brothers, half brothers, and cousins, and which most of them do. They're all linked. That would mean all the presidents are related to black Arabs then. Those Saudis anyways. 100%. See? So when you check it, my people them under Britain now, we didn't go anywhere. It's just those that left and went to the Americas. We set up America, and then here come the Anglo-Saxons, Brits now, because they stole their identity by, usurping the Stuart family now, and installing the Windsor family now, kind of crap. And then, they ended up, well, they followed the escapees to the Americas, who they set up in Philadelphia and then relocated to Washington. And then here comes these, stalkers and killers. They set up in Philadelphia. So that's how you had two presidents at the same time. We're talking about Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy in Philly, and we're talking about George Washington Carver, first president of the Union. Okay, George Washington Carver is the one who patented about 300 different products, byproducts, peanut butter byproducts, and had many different other patents and ideas and inventions. This man, he is the architect of the White House. He built the White House. See? Good, so it only makes sense. Okay, well, here comes, a few generations later, here we have President Robert Lincoln Abraham Poston, the president of the White House. Now remember, in 08 in the Noah's Webster's dictionary, the word black means bleak or bleach or to whiten. Okay, this is the origins of the word black. Good, white had a different definition, but them take it out too, and it's hard to find, but white had a different definition. See? And so therefore these people in Europe who call themselves the great white race always said we are citizens of the Roman Empire, meaning we are the Israelite Jewish, or Jews, Israelites, Judites, more people. We just took another identity, changed our identity, but we're the same people. We're really the same people. It's not we changed our identity, it's just our name kind of changed. We found a new way. And it's the same thing when, forward as Christ now, and okay, a new way, so the name kind of changed. We're not just going to call ourselves this and that no more because this is a new way for us. And it's the same thing with Rastafari. Why have people talking about Christians, and we're Jewish, and we're Hebrews, and okay, what your Bible says in Revelation chapter 52:02, 63:03, 45:15, 43:03, it says in Isaiah, all of those chapters and verses are from the book of Isaiah. It says that my people shall have a new name, and so shall I. That's what it says. Okay. Point being, the people them were always in Rasclat bondage, sin, and these people within I Empire now are scattered throughout Britain and also the Americas and everything. They're all about, okay, good. Well, now here Britain transfers over to the American Empire. That's right, you had to move because the people them were over there. That's where the power was. Our people, the leadership was over there. So they ran over there. But our people were still in Britain. Still there. See? Oh, there's some pagan. Oh, someone's scrapping up there. Rascal. Holy man, what that's it. Man and woman are fight up there, not a bomber rascal. My jaw. Eli. Rascal. No, what that, I like them vibes, they not the Rastafari. So I try to show we're getting deep, into the root of everything, and just demons, acting out. See? But, what me I say? Britain hands over, didn't hand over power, man. The power of the Israelites, that's where they have to be. See? So I know, well, they are out, the Americas now, and here they come over there now. Okay, good, but my people are still over scattered all over the place, is what I'm saying, right? Britain and all about the place. That's right. That's right. So now we have the USA Empire, who, guess what now? They invented that they took the slaves from Africa and brought all these black people into the West and dumped us in the Americas, dumped us in the New World, Caribbean and Brazil and all this madness. All of that is lies. All of that is lies. See? Slavery did go on long before that, and we still have to say, yo, them take weapon ship, and yeah, okay, but I'm trying to tell them what it really means and what we've been saying. This is what we're saying. Slavery did go on, okay, good, but we've been in bondage from ever since. See? But taking us from Africa on ships, that happened a long time ago. See? Long time ago. So here are my people in bondage, but my people, we are citizens of your empire. So here comes the Anglo-Saxons, a barbaric people, who are coming to just kill and enslave, and dump us and crush and thief people's identity and everything. And exactly, this never happened before. This is recent. They've only been around for about 600 years, the Anglo-Saxons, two clans of barbarians that made a pact to run the world. See? That's why they're the most powerful. So what happens now? They put our people in bondage. And some people start rebel. So we are talking about, even before the Americas, we're gonna talk about the Caribbean and all the wars that did go on in the Caribbean. So this is the same Anglo-Saxons trying to come and capture the Caribbean too. You see me I say? So we have to talk about um, Cuba and Antonio Maceo, the bronze titan, um, who fought 1,000 battles and won, with Maximo Gomez and Jose Marti. Okay, we also have Dom Pedro, Emperor Dom Pedro of Cuba, right, that fought the Revolutionary War, right, because his people are natives of those lands, is what they were saying. We're natives, our people are natives of this land. We've never been slaves, and we're not going to be no slaves. So both Cuba and Brazil defeated Spain. See, Jamaica crushed out Spain too. See, then we have, Dominican Republic, big wars over there. The first slave rebellion was in 1521, over there. Some say 1519, the first slave rebellion was over there. That's right, we're not slaves. It's not even a slave rebellion, it's just a rebellion. It's a rebellion, it's a revolution, it's a revolt. See? And then we have Martinique, then we also have Montserrat, don't forget, obviously, Jamaica, who fought a up to 300-year war, off and on, with the Brits. Never bow to them. Good. See? Let's not forget Haiti. Right. These people are fighting, saying that we are the people of this land and you're not going to slave us because we are the people of this land. This is our land. They weren't slaves and then you put them there and all of a sudden they're revolting against you, as if that even exists. Want to stop tell the rascal fucker, yeah? Want to stop tell lie and propagate all this madness. See? Because that's what you're doing. You're propagating madness. So not turn out them people are black people from there, them time there. Okay, yes, other people came and joined them, but still this is our land. We've been here. See? Okay, good. Revolutionaries. That's right. Alright. To say Louverture. It's all I know. Fighting Babylon. I taught you this, but I'm recapping you. Refreshing you, yeah? I'm recapping you. People, did you know? Look up the origins of the word hurricane. Her, and king. Her, isn't it? It actually denotes a slave stowaway, who was basically shipped away. There's more to it still, but that's what a hurricane means, the origins of the word hurricane, Here, limb, and here, her also I. Yeah. Judgment. And sound like somebody get broke up there, But Rastafari, some people are in bondage, yes, but it's only these damn beings, barbarians, who come and enslave my people and kill them off. See? And this is how the rebellion starting on earth. See? From before them time there, obviously, Judas Maccabeus, it was a war still, because the Romans, them did come and enslave my people, They had my people in bondage. See? Because remember, that's what they say. Rome is always trying to save face. They would say the Assyrians sold the children of Israel to the Grecians. No, it was the Romans, man. It was the Romans. Rome predate Greece. See? So from Rome to Rome again, Greece, then to all Assyria was mixed up in that. Them say Assyria, same damn thing. It's the same damn thing, people. Same thing with Britain, or I should say Germany first, right? Then Britain, and then America. Good. So my people were always here everywhere. See? So now you can understand what all these wars were all about. And really still about. I'm trying to get rid of people and take over the land and take people's identity and take their resources and burn the history books and yeah, whichever books they keep, they take, and then keep in their museums and houses and that kind of thing, and artifacts. See, so it means that there's things over there that they don't want the world to see, And not just that, and when them say a country like, I don't know, Venezuela stepping up now, it's like, well, the truth that is hidden over there might come out to light. This has something to do with it too, You see, but it's all like orchestrated. You see me, so that means so the leader for Venezuela is all in on this. He don't mind, man. I'm destroy my country, my business. Yeah, man, give me the money. They don't care. See? So this is why it's only after the US industrial revolution things really started booming when it comes to technology and innovation, creativity and culture even. See? Which stems from and is directly correlated to the emancipation of the slaves who they had in bondage over there. See? And they fought for their rights. And so they had to abolish slavery. So, good. And then boom, technology, boom, culture, boom, infrastructure, boom. See? Advancements in, you know, it's a culture, cultural norms, everything just changed. See? Go. So just a teach the item, a prophecy are fulfilled, and the Book of Mormon has been brought to your attention as it's written in the third book of Nephi, chapter 29, saying because there's many mysteries in this book, yeah, that kind of helps I and I, yeah, and you, I'm saying, to see what's really going on. Because if you read the book of Nephi, it says that they built a bunch of churches. I told you from the year 31 AD to about 3, let's say 26 AD, right? Exactly. And then the following book of Nephi, which is the book of is it Mormon? Yes, the Book of Mormon, who was a prophet. He was one of the leaders of these Nephite people. They stopped adding the year now. There's no more dating in it. That's right. Because what I'm saying is, well, how could Christians or theologians and biblical researchers and all these people, scholars, how could these people say that the Maccabean period, which is when Judas Maccabeus invaded Rome and conquered them, right? Because of what they did to his people, he was to free the people that they had in bondage, right? Because the people of Israel were in exile, they were in bondage according to the Bible, even Christ. I'm going to send my disciples out to go and fetch the lost house of the children of Israel who are scattered abroad to every corner of the earth. See? So they weren't there. There was only some of them that were there in that region there. Jerusalem. Okay, but how do these people say, the academic community now, they would say that the Maccabean period took place in about 340, 350 AD, around that time. How could they say that when the fourth of the children of Israel was in the Americas under the Nephites, Zoramites, Josephites, and Jacobites? This is where the fourth was, I'm saying. And this is where Babylon came for them, is what I'm saying. There are other places too, but this is where I and I leaders were at the time. And I already told you, well, Judas Maccabeus is Josephus Flavius, who's really Emmanuel, who is really the one born of that virgin daughter who became obviously the king and head of the nation in the days of Christ. This is why Joseph Flavius writes in his book that Yahshua Gamaliel, the same Gamaliel you see in the book of Acts, read book of Acts 22:19. We've been through it before, and it tells you about this Gamaliel who was the high priest and doctor of the law, and he stopped the Sanhedrin from attacking the disciples. This Joshua Gamaliel, who made a lot box out of gold because he was high priest for a year, but the Sanhedrin wanted to replace him with a Roman Judite guy named Matthias, who did win, which is that's within the book of Acts. It tells you about the vote. But what we're saying is, Jah was there at the time. You see what I'm saying? So the book of Acts, it fits right into the Bible narrative, but yet still the timeline is off. Saying, okay, either way, Yahshua Gamaliel is Christ and Josephus Flavius is Emmanuel. Justus Barnabas, Hannibal Barca, Judas Maccabeus, who as I taught you, if you're reading the book of, is it Luke 3:30 or so, you see that Mary had many children. This Mary, because there's two Marys, this is wrong confusing you, because Christ's mother's name is Mary too, but Emmanuel's mother's name is Mary too. And she had many children, including James and Mark and John and Jonathan and Matthew and Salome and Judas and Joseph. See, that's right. And so we know that Judas Maccabeus had many siblings by the name of, they don't mention all of them, but we know that there's a Jonathan, there's a John, there's a Mark. See? Okay, so I proved that it's all there. Them lie about everything. So that means this is why the Book of Mormon was not, it was canonized, by Rome, but it was not added into the Bible. See? But then here in the Book of Mormon, they cut the date out. There's no more dating after the third book of Nephi, which says they built churches for 350 years over there in the Americas. The people were over there, exactly, populating the place, repopulating the place. I mean, they're there, meaning they're just, living and having children and living and just regenerating the place. Exactly. So just imagine how much people over there. So good. So Pizarro and Gomez, these psychos, came over there for destroy history, see, and a civilization. But you read in the third book of Nephi, chapter 29, it tells you that Jah came to the people and promised to them that this land is your land, the land of your inheritance, the chosen land of your inheritance. This is all a part of it. So we're talking about Americas too and all about the place. Seeing it's almost like a ring, almost all about the earth. Because the people were scattered to the four corners. You see what I'm saying? Most natural. So that is a little lesson for the yard them in the judgments, sabbatical, not really doing too much reading. It's for the yard them to do the reading. I'm always the reading. Yeah, but it's for the yard them to see what's going on. Yeah. So I mean, 1930 Emperor King Selassie I crown Empress Menen. Tomorrow, today, Prophet gathered day. Do give thanks in the mind. But that was a paradigm shift for the world to let the world know. So that, yeah, you see these same people that you free up are my people, and I'm coming for them still, because you can't come tell me so you don't see the judgment when these people are liberated now. See, 1860s, US, 1830, Britain, see, because, like, Britain started it over there in the Americas. See? But they didn't really have the people them over there in Britain in a bondage. See? But what they did is they made money off of this. See? So maybe ship people over to other lands and think to be slaves to build up civilizations. See? That's where they ship them come in, and this is why we can't really find no world-class British slave ships in Africa. Or even in Britain. Where are they? That's right. There are other places, people. Then them about, man. Them about, man. See? Enough of them destroy them. You see me? But Rome boy trying to save face, always trying to save face. You know what I mean? But prophecy must be fulfilled. So 1830, 1860, boom, them so them free up the slaves them take from Africa, yeah, okay. And then watch out no, them a rise up now to blows and shit, that's right. And then comes, well, Robert Lincoln Post and obviously George Washington Carver, and carve out the White House and build it. Because he's a black man, now make them trick you. There's no white George Washington people, them just invent these things. See? This is why all you will see is like, drawings and, paintings of this George Washington. It don't exist. And George Washington carve, carve that in your brain. See? Retain that. Because I taught you enough things before. I just teach you more. I don't teach you Robert Lincoln Post on White House of everything. And you don't know Frederick Douglass was a better recorder of deeds. The first recorder of deeds in Washington is Frederick Douglass. See? And there's a depiction, I posted it before, the painting of them meeting, and then you had Henrietta Vinton Davis, whose offspring I just saw the other day. I told you I know her. I know Henrietta Vinton Davis's offspring, like many of them who I was with then. I'm talking about as Shepherd Atalay Rogers, Marcus Garvey, them they're about right now in earth, you know. And funny how I just heard the other day. Bless up, go through, trying to ignore me. I don't do that. Can't hide from the lightning ball because you're in Toronto and I told you, my God, I'm going to mash up over there. I'm going to make you, I'm going to force you to forward right over here to I, yeah? And so, well, here you are, you know. You were out there for 4 years, and now here you are, you know what I mean? I told you, you know. And the judgment. But anyway, bless, you know. But, Marcus Garvey went and linked up with them over there. See? Even met Frederick Lincoln Poston because Robert Lincoln Poston because Frederick Douglass made a trot. He's our Big Daddy David of that day, my King David. While Robert Lincoln is my High Priest Aaron, and my Marcus Garvey went and linked with them as I and I, Prophet Moses. See? So Frederick Douglass made a trot and then returned as Leonard Percival Howell David. He was from over there. And then he's the one that migrated to Jamaica. He was one of the first that decided, I'm going over there to build my thing. Because it's those people right now, they know what's going on. See? Right. And then he left Jamaica. He went to St. Thomas, Jamaica, you know. Sligo Vale, way up there, Trinity Vale, way up there, so, you know. And then returned to the U.S. to found the Rastafari organization. He registered it over there. And even flew out to Emperor Selassie's coronation with his wife Annie. And then returned to Jamaica and laid the foundation and the seeds, planted seeds for the Rastafari. That's where it started. See? Woman, great granddaddy, you know? So if you know that rascal, my great granddaddy. So when Marcus Garvey was in the States, by that time, the Confederacy in Philadelphia infiltrated the White House in Washington and take over. And some come for build a new thing. If you tell the world, say the time is coming, the day is coming, it's very near, it's drawing near, these people shall be set free, and Jah is gonna come and set them free. See? Good. And then we just forward Jamaica and deal with some works over there, and then we'll forward to Africa with His Majesty now and deal with the works them over there. Remember, Organization of Africa Unity and all these things, Kwame Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, this is what was going on. We're setting up the kingdom over here because we're letting you know the day is coming. That's right. Them tear it down. Okay? So what we do? Forward where? Forward over there to Beulah Land, Nayakipong, Jamaica. So we're saying that the empire never fell. Maybe the kingdom fell a few times, but the empire never fell. And the capital of the empire today is over there in Beulah Land, okay, which is a big mountain underwater, upside down. See, it is a mountain underwater that is upside down, and Jamaica sits atop it. So it cannot be moved. But I can tell you what, pieces can chip off and get broke off in this judgment. Jamaica is going to split into twain. Yeah. Here to the height almost. I just thought I think this is long enough because, you know, I just wanted to give the other little feather and let the other know. Say, Java pause. See, I posted, okay, and prophesied that the judgment is coming for Jamaica. Nobody did that like I did, okay? And as we got closer to the time, you start disrespect my sister Kalanji. Okay, well, it'll come for your bomber rascal. See, it is coming. Good. And now guess what they're doing? You're murmuring some more. The world now is murmuring. That's right. So it's coming for your world. They're murmuring against my Damian Marley, who was on the Jamrock cruise. And, well, Stone Love, I think it was Rory or one of them was playing a song. Chronic song. I put the family first. Yeah, okay. And Long was rocking to it, but he was building up a spliff. And he beat up a piece of tobacco. But I know it's a natural tobacco stick, that, like grab a stick type thing. See? And then blend it up and everything. Watch people criticizing my gang. You're criticizing my Jah. my superhero, my gang, my emperor, my King David. You're murmuring. We I do. We are spurn him. I thought about Bob never added grabber to no weed or tobacco to no weed. What are you doing? Like, as if you're trying to say he's not Bob's son. What we are trying to say is your Alan still a fool or Alan still cool who just dead the other day, son? You want to disrespect my gun? Or yo, what is he doing? What is he doing? What? Nah, mixing it up with grammar. Nah, we don't do that. Nah. What if people? Oh, really? And I've asked him, you really think he cares about what you think? I mean, he's far greater than you and has done much more and, has made a much bigger impact and contribution to the world, to, love and, harmony and peace and, togetherness and also, well, you know, we're agents of destruction against the beast. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's against Babylon. You know what I mean? And the system. And I mean, I don't get it. This is what you want to talk about? Okay, good. So you keep murmuring, see? Because now you take it to another level now. So say your word now I get judgment. So when your word get your bomber got judgment, I want to hear Uno out there talk about a machine and do this. Yes, it's the most I bomber clap machine because the most I uses nature as his weapons. See, Babylon have them weapon, them have nature weapon too, But no. Me I tell you from now, the whole earth I get tear up. See, you're not gonna murmur against my bomber king and murmur against my Rascal Emperor. That not gonna go on. See, that's my Reuben and my Judah. Reuben, Sizzler, April, month of April. Judah, me Damian. Uno bright and feisty. And then me hear a boy talk about, you see how he stopped rocking to the rhythm as soon as Chronic started singing. He was building up something. He was rocking to the thing, man. And as Chronic started singing, it's like, it's like he went to go reach for something, man. But he was still rocking and doing his thing. What happened to no? You always look problems. Say, I'll get problems. Hmm? Enough artists lose them place, Artists would disrespect my sister Kalanji, Boy like Luciano, And boy like Warrior King, would disrespect my dada, Enough boy, And Martimo, not Martimo, Mutabaruka, I haven't heard from him. And enough of them. Your sour flow, disrespect my dad. I burned him out live on his IG, back at sitting, and even on his mama rascal YouTube, running off his mouth. Why you keep disrespecting my dad? Youth, I'm gonna send you a rascal judgment. You still not learn after all these years. All you want to do is disrespect Rasta. Alright, I'm gonna disrespect you too, boy. Seen? And guess what now? His girl's out there talking about he beats her up. All he does is get drunk and beat her up. So people are like, what? Yeah, man, he's losing a lot of fans right now. A lot of subscribers. A lot of people are kind of turned off by him right now because they're like, what? So you're putting up this like charade, man, acting like you a good dude and shit, and you're beating up your baby mother and thing, man. Whoa, that's messed up, bro. Yeah, it's so flow. Then you have the next one. What him name again? The little chubby boy. Have a funny name. Either way, running off his mouth, disrespecting that. I told him, bro, go watch your rascal that weight, man, and stop watching the rascal girl up there talking her about her, oh, she had this and she had that. Talking about she's this lesbian, leave the girl alone, man. She's just doing her job, bro. She's helping the needy, man, and the unfortunate, man. She's interpreting for the deaf. You feel love that, and you feel love that. Leave her alone, bro. Why are you so fixated on her sex life, man? Nico Fire is his name, man. I had to burn him out live. I asked these guys, listen to me, you Sourflow guy, you used to be a male stripper. You also slept with a dude. Seen me study you guy, I may know your file, okay? And you, for shut up, seen, because you went that way, seen? And enough more things. You used to be a gay stripper and enough more rascal things. Talk about that now. You know, answer me. Good. Then Nico Fire, boy, watch your rascal weight. You know, sister, you have a eating rascal disorder. Or you judge the girl and she help people. Who you are help, you not even help your bum rascal self. I'm gonna ask him, so what to Vibes Cartel and the bobblehead with the rascal full locks and all these things, bro. And the clothes and what him to Spice and all of them way. Cosign to, the Alphabet Soup Club. And Diner. Want to add that? Want to Sensia and all the things where you hear them girls that talk about all them lick out girls and take it in a bum and all kind of things and want to all the things where I go on. Want to all the things where I go on and guzu in the music and this and that and madness and pornography in the music and over sexualization and over hyper glorification of violence and death and killing and destruction. Want to all of that, bro. What happened to your rascal government when I do nothing for your country? We hear all of you people talking about Jamaica like Jamaica's such a beautiful fucking place. When's the last time you people been to Jamaica? Even you people who live in Jamaica, you don't know Jamaica. Eh? You haven't been around Jamaica. You're just there where it's nice. Eh? Cause you chat too much, you flipping vloggers, you chat too much and you can't go nowhere. I tell you, when I went to Jamaica the other day, I saw a whole heap of vloggers in rascal hotels, man. Hotels, lock up in a hotel, man. Room, 3 man and 4 man and 2 girl and all of them lock up in a rascal room and thing and thing. You talking about, man? I told you that. They might hide from people, and enough of them get paid for chat. They pay them to talk, man. So guess what? Whoever's paying them will pay their rascal stay in a damn hotel, man, down in St. James over there. We get rock. The station over there got rock too. Remember, I passed through over them places. I passed through all them places. Remember that day? You see, my Bomba Billy, she charted my part, in Jamaica, Mostly, I'm not telling a lot, Where people treated me the worst, Some people want to come disrespect Rastafari, and I burn a fire, and I burn them, And nobody know I listen. I mean, warn them. Dada, over there, so, no, I go on. Black people, he's your leader. What do I do? Nobody know I listen to I and I. Okay, cool. See over there, so St. James, the tourist spot, the tourist district over there. I burned the most fire over there because Canadian Embassy was over there and they ran put me over there. See? Because they were supposed to sponsor what I was doing. See? Repatriation and the works I do is a government to government duty and responsibility. See? And I didn't go Jamaica as no rascal visitor or returning resident or no bomber rascal tourist. See? I came there on some serious business. See? It was a diplomatic mission of the king. See? And a spiritual mission of the Most High Jah. See? If I make the right links with the right ones so that when Uno drop down over there, so Bomba Rascal, I know where I was set up I thing. See? Because my thing already there set up, but we have a foundation here and I got transplant over there. See? In the right rascal place. And there's enough things I don't want to deal with. Yeah, like you see a blood clot dance hall, all the madness where I go on, and music and society over there. Them things can't go on. Which part I go rest my feet. Because over this is the footstool of I Bomba Rascal feet them, yeah? See? My Zion is over there. So just know that, but yet still the entire planet, where it seems like the entire planet don't want to be a part of Zion, whether they want to burn up and drown and dissolve in the rascal lake of lava or the Tartarus bed or the volcano blows and skirt pan. We don't do that. And the rest are my footstool. See, the judgment. I try to teach, some bright and fierce, still a disrespect and disrespect Damien, no, take it too far. I'm going to say him and a bad picnic, I'm blend up in herb to grab her and that kind of things. Wanna fi stop it? Me I wanna know, but nobody now listen. That's okay. Let ya be praised. Psalm 92. Yeah. Psalm 92 is the Psalm of Moses. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord and to sing praises unto thy name. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We do give thanks. Bless up the eye themself who in a your light, nothing for fear, just hold steadfast and turn to Jah, for mercy. Check this out. The Dirty Berry Show. You can check out that show. You're gonna hear this guy, a bunch of pastors running off their mouth talking about Jamaica deserve that and yeah. But when the judgment swing your way, I wanna see if you're gonna say you deserve that, Just be with the item. Keep this Sabbath only said with you, yeah? Huh? Oh well,